And yes, the topic is still on the culling knockout. Well, 2.0 version, as we tend to improve it a little bit. Is it a friendly? Should it be taken seriously? We see the champion squad taking on Orlando Pirates. Gentlemen, Ribone squad S2E36. Mara ke batla re start go vote nya Manqoba le Cardoso. Because ke bone batho ba baya mampos. Ke lona le votetseng Manqoba las vote le Cardoso.
We like good football.
So batho ba address this.
Mara ba mo kubile bona ba ba love good football. La ke re ba etse Manqoba a tsamaya ba batla. Ba etse ba batla Champions League. Ba ntsha Manqoba ba replace ka Cardoso. Then we love good football.
No di batla bing.
Ba na nnete ba. Ha alla ona lo.
O batho ba address since a tlo ba le go high fan.
No, we feel like Lufuno's favorite thing Cardoso tlo ra address go press conference. The fact that people saying I play defensive football is something else. You can't say here that children watching. But I think the one thing, when you look at the way that Golden Arrows is playing and you look at how Golden Arrows is playing, it's exciting. It's a type of football that most South Africans can be able to relate to. And that's why I believe that most people chose Coach Manqoba to make sure that there will be good football played. Because now the All-Star needs to learn how to defend corners and everything. No, that's going to take too long for Cardoso. Straight line.
Surely now the All-Star team, some of them would want to put, considering the fact that Nali the DDC team, last season, players that are coming up, Homolemo was there as well. So it performs, it brings about the perfect platform for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it gives them an opportunity to showcase their skills and how they can play. I mean, you look at a player that I'm looking forward to see touch, how he's going to fare on that middle field. And I mean, there's quite a couple of DDC players that really we're looking forward to see what they can do.
And we'll get into the DDC players, but Brendan Peterson, for
he's national team, so that's his national team. Look, Brendan has had a super season. You can't deny that. You don't have to like Chiefs or like Brendan, but if you look at he's kept Chiefs in games and he's been very solid at the back. So therefore, it only makes sense for him to be there. And you look at like Lufuno said, the DDC players. It will be a good opportunity to be rubbing shoulders with super players like Allende.
With the champions. Say it.
I didn't see that one come.
Hey, the photo.
They play with the champions. Pirates have got a chance to win treble. 3 trophies. They No, they win it. It's 3 trophies already.
In 2 months.
Yeah.
In 6 months.
Yes, 3. They're closing shop.
No, but
I'm telling you the facts. They win these 3 trophies already.
Wadu will be running, but I think this gives Pirates coach a actually competitive game to try out certain things.
Yeah, you've got Bafana players.
Bogas is gone. Who are you going to try in a game that it's got a bit of intensity to it? And then you've got to look at that combo there. But it also gives you a chance for the fringe players to be able to say, can they stake a claim? Can they be able to say, coach, how so those are the things. There's no really,
I mean, players like Boselepe for sure.
There's no Apollis.
Which one?
There's no CBC. So
Slepe.
No, I get what I'm saying in terms of getting play.
So I was talking to your friend Benz. He says you got 8 players between Chiefs and Sundowns. If they beat you, you're not gonna hear the end of it for the next 10 years.
We're talking about 8 players, and I'm looking at one of the players that is there. It's Arthur Sales.
South Africans, you must. If you go anywhere, people will tell us how useless Sales is. He's costing too much money. But clearly, there's something that South Africans are seeing.
No, South Africans. Sometimes I'm starting to understand that they don't know football, including the journalist. Because hear me out. Because Sales was one of the guys that was criticized when he arrived in South Africa. It's exactly the same as Silva at Kaizer Chiefs. People now saying something different about Sales, something different about Silva. Because it looks like...
Are we too quick to judge?
Yeah, we are very too quick to judge.
We quick to judge Jose, call him a plumber without having coached.
Thank you very much. Then that tells you something about us as South Africans, the way we look at football in general. Because honestly, Salas is a quality player. If you look at him, he's a top player.
No, Lufuno's right, Cox. As South Africans, Jose, we were told, no, he's a plumber without him having coach. Yeah. We were told Abuile, and they have not yet come back. They are still not winning trophies. But it's those things that you look at. Do we overhype things unnecessarily? One win can make people say, hey.
The thing is, we kind of like, we know everything. We are coaches, we are scouts, we are everything. We forget that in football there's a scout. There are people that scouted Salis. They looked at his quality for a longer period. Before Mutsi. Yes, they already looked at him for a longer period. They profiled him, they knew what is his strength and what is it that he's going to bring into the team. Okay? And similarly to what Silva is today. And you know, Terra said, we are looking at players that will fit the system. Okay? You look at Silva now, what he does. But he was highly criticized because of 2 games, because he couldn't trap the ball. And somebody about Manqoba. Guys, honestly speaking, same as today, Rivero is the most loved coach here in South Africa. But he was criticized, he's a plumber, is this. We gotta have to be careful.
We'll give a champion coach a chance to coach, but we're not on China now. The prospect of Hlongwane being in the squad, because I mean, it's a huge platform for these young boys. Hlongwane, surely, if he performs,
look, he was there last year, and he scored in the final. You know, Ligoko, these young players, you know, some of them, when you introduce them same time and give them a platform, can kill them. Sometimes you're going to have to ease them into the team, especially in a Kaizer Chiefs team that is under a huge pressure to win games and to win trophies. Yeah. So you then put these players under a lot of scrutiny. You can see what people are saying about Villa and that and Chabalala. And so it's a problem when these youngsters get into the team that is not winning, because then they have to carry the team and they get criticized a lot. Whereas you have youngsters that get into the team that is winning, there's a different how you introduce these youngsters.
And I think, Cox, this will be very good in terms of the morale. I mean, like Lufuno says, if you miss and you play for Chiefs, Nolo will be making a noise, telling everybody how this is and making a whole lot of a noise. But now everybody supports you. Even us Sundown supporters are supporting you, including Nolo, who's making noise, Lufuno, about players not converting chances. Hopefully they've risen from the ground of TS Galaxy, because they were all lying on the floor for the weekend. So hopefully that will come along nicely.
Now, I want us, Lufuno, because Mutagao, nari he, Jonjo Tokora. Maybe now we are game is Wagalangi.
No problem. Hana. Well, Jonjo's got an opportunity again to play another final against Pirates.
Another final against Pirates.
Yes, it's the second final.
Bamba to Bamba.
Yeah, so.
And isn't it strange, or is the only Marumo current player in that starting line?
No, it's so strange because people were voting. These are votes. It's not.
No, but I'm just saying, like, for Marumo current players to get into the final, that means they've been performing well. So would you not expect more of these players?
So if Bra Owen was here, was it? As a former Pirates player.
Against Pirates. But he's a big player. He's turning out to be Njondo.
No, Njondo has always been a quality player. He's a player that wants to lead when he plays. He wants the team to revolve around him. You could see for him prior to go to Pirates, what he was doing at Marumo. Again, now you look at what he did in Bafana Bafana when they were away in Chen. You know, he's such a player that wants the ball on his feet. And when you give him the ball on his feet, then he plays football. That's how Njondo is.
You must respect Njondo. Njondo makes the president address people in other countries.
Yeah, where were you going?
Because of Njondo. So when
you have a question, position by position. Keeper, where were you going? Right back, where were you
going? That man. But when you look at Njondo, he's actually had, even though his contract at Pirates ended, but ever since that moment that it ended, it's almost like everything has aligned in his favor. You go to Chen, you have a good tournament, and Marumo signs you, and he's had quite a solid beginning to the season. And it seems like it's a good season for him. Long may it continue.
Long may it continue, and we see the inclusion of Vilakazi, that is Mfundo, the younger one. That's all we have for now. When we come back on the other side, we will go on, tell you a bit more on what's happening in South African football. So, Dudale Mzansi Fundis, second half.